Hey everybody, I'm Jesse, and welcome to another edition of Gen X Thinks Live. And let's see, Metal Gear Punisher, what's up? Glad to see you here, man. Hanging good, buddy. How you doing? Hope everything's going good with you. This week, as far as with me goes, it's been a pretty successful week. Bucky, what's up, man? Glad you could make it. How's everything going? We're going to be wrapping up the tiny house this coming week, so I don't know when exactly. Should be Tuesday or Wednesday should be my last day there. So hopefully my hours will get back to normal more, and I'll have more time to devote to the channel. What's up, Jason? What's going on? Jason Lamore, glad to see you here, man. How's it going? But yeah, the tiny house is going good. I will be making a longer video. I'm not sure how long it'll be, once it's all wrapped up and everything. Not exactly sure how long it will be, maybe 5 or 10 minutes, something like that. But it won't be a short, you know what I'm saying? It won't be like the little 2-3 minute short that I normally make. So it won't be under the shorts category. It'll be under the long form video category when you're looking for it, if you want to watch it though. And other than that, so I'll be moving on to different things in my my day job, going on to something else. But that was a really cool thing I got to do, building that. I guess technically it's not a tiny house, as people have pointed out to me. It's not really a tiny house. I guess those things are under 300 square feet or 400 square feet or something. But it's a small house or something. But it was a really cool experience. I learned a ton of stuff, man. You won't believe how much I learned. Just another guy in the woods. What's up, Lake? Glad to see you here. How's it going, man? Glad you could make it. Straight out of Norway. Yeah. So, and what I was thinking about this week, just coming up onto the ending of this job and hoping to have some more free time. I've had some suggestions of, kind of where to take the channel in the future. And I'd like to know from you subscribers, how many of you would like to see a live stream in the evening, like during the week? Even, maybe a couple of them, 2 or 3, I don't know. We'll just have to feel it out and see what we think. Now, there's sort of the only problem with that is that, like Laic and Vintage and some of the others, they'll have to watch it afterward. Probably if we do a live stream in the evening, it will be like 3 a.m. for Laic, and I don't know what time it would be for Vintage and them over there in Australia. Probably maybe 6 a.m. They might catch it. It might be late enough for them to catch it in the morning, but. God's Warrior, what's up, dude? Tripwire, morning, Australia. Glad to see you. Glad to see y'all here. Popeye, what's up, dude? Glad you could make it. But yeah, I'm thinking about doing live streams in the evening during the week, if I have time after this job is complete. So just let me know what you think about that. Would that be something you're interested in? I don't want to do something that I don't want to be sitting up here by myself doing a live stream. So if people in the United States are interested in doing this kind of stuff a couple more times during the week, then I'll try to work my schedule around and set some time so we can get that going. So let me know what you think about it. And then on the Electronic Music Underground, what's up? Yeah. Yeah, well, the only problem with that, I understand that, Underground. The only problem with that is that, I'm at work. I won't get home until 7 o'clock, and it's just enough time to eat and take a shower and eat, and by that time I'm going to bed. So I would have to rearrange everything and redo everything just by how it turned out. I would have time to shoot a short live stream in the morning before I left for work. That's really the only time I had. And after working, especially through the summer, summer's ending now or has just ended, through the summer after working out in that heat and coming home, and then I could barely keep my eyes open long enough to throw some food in my stomach and drag my ass off to bed. So it really, shooting a live stream in that situation really wasn't an option for me. You know what I mean? Just because of what was going on in my day job. But now that section of my job is over, this tiny house, we're getting that wrapped up. I'm thinking about doing some live streams in the evening. So yeah, that's Crypto Billy. Mike Fleisner, my boy, what's up, Mike? Glad to see you here, man. April. Hi, April. Glad you could make it. Jennifer Andrews. What's up, Jennifer? Yeah, glad y'all could make it. So yeah, if you are interested in the live stream in the evenings, here in America anyway, in the United States, Canada, well, I might throw a couple at you and see if we can get the same thing going during the week a couple times, 2 or 3 times maybe, that we do on Sunday afternoons. These are awesome. I love these things. So not just for more viewers, but just so I get to have more fun. You know what I'm saying? That's the main reason, really. This shit's fun. I love this. It's awesome. I get to hang out with y'all and talk about all the cool shit we talk about. And one thing, I made that video a couple weeks ago, and we talking about making turning a mall into a Gen X retirement home, right? And all the cool things we would do. And I forget who it was now, but somebody mentioned we should, fortify it as a zombie apocalypse camp. You know what I mean? To defend ourselves from the zombies. And that was a great idea. I wish I had written down the person that suggested that, but yeah. That would be awesome. Zombie, what's up? Happy Sunday, dude. Glad you could make it. Big Country. All right, Big Country. All right, Jennifer. Yeah, it'll be, I'll try to make it as late as, I'm just not a night person. I'll try to make it as late as possible so the people on the West Coast can catch it too. I know people on the West Coast might be at work, you know what I mean? When I start the live stream. So we'll just have to see how it goes. I can't do it too late because then the people on the East Coast will be asleep. So I'll try to do it like 6 or 7 o'clock, something like that. We'll just see how it goes. Yeah, Zombie. That's how I feel. It's great to chat with people of like-minded people from the same culture and the same background and the same memories and stuff. It just doesn't get any better than that. Yeah, Gen X rules. Yeah, God's warrior. Gen X rules, dude. You damn right. Yeah, yeah, that's me. I go to sleep at 8 o'clock. And I had to I actually changed that and started going to sleep at 8. I pushed that time back so that I would have time to edit my videos. But then I started just working so late that I didn't have time to edit my videos again. So, yeah. Yeah. Oh, our turning the mall into a old folks home. Yeah, that would be killer. Have the the food court and the movie still, and one person suggested that we put a drive-in theater outside and we could turn, I think Sears was the one where I was at, that had like the mechanic shop where you could buy tires and stuff, so we could turn that into like a mod shop, and put some half pipes out there in the parking lot and shit. And yeah, just all kinds of great ideas for hanging out. Oh, the arcade, of course. We'd have stock the arcade with cool games. Yeah, that would be. Oh, Mallrats. I haven't seen that. I've heard of that movie before, but I haven't had the chance to see it yet. I'm gonna have to check that one out. Yeah, yeah. I love that line. Chew bubblegum and kick ass, and I'm all out of bubblegum. I heard a couple of great lines from movies here today because I watched. Y'all ever seen that movie Soldier with Kurt Russell? And he's like, it's a future movie. Actually, if you've seen it, you might be interested in the trivia. That is actually in the universe of Blade Runner. That's the same universe. So Soldier is like not a sequel, but like an offshoot from Blade Runner. So anyway, he's like this genetically modified soldier. Kurt Russell is, and he's helping this lady cook because he gets whatever. I don't want to be spoiler alert and all that stuff, but he cuts his finger, and the lady wraps a piece of cloth around his finger, and she asked him, "Do you feel anything ever?" And he says like 3 lines the entire movie, right? He's just silent most of the movie. He just looks around with this blank but intense look on his face all the time. He hardly ever speaks. And Kurt Russell, his name's Todd in the movie, and he just looks at her, and she says, "Do you feel anything?" And he doesn't answer, so she turns around, and he says, "Fear." And she turns back and says, "Fear, fear, and discipline." And she says, "Right now?" And he says, "Always." That's some of the most hardcore shit. I remember me and my buddy saying that shit to each other, fear and discipline, when I was in the Army. That was just awesome. Fear and discipline. Those are the only 2 emotions that dude had. Some of those quotes from those old movies are just amazing. And then I was watching that old, the only John Wayne movie that I really enjoy is Cowboys, where he gets the young kids to help him drive his cattle up north. And when the bad guys got that black dude up, and they had the noose around his neck and they were about to hang him, and they let him pray, like his last thing, he was going to pray to God before they killed him. And he said, "God, forgive me for all the men I've killed and for all the men I'm about to." That was hardcore too. Yeah, for the men I'm about to kill. And he's sitting there with a noose around his neck. Yeah. So that's a hardcore quote from a movie too. Yeah, that's one thing. We have great quotes from our older movies that they just don't have anymore. You know what I'm saying? You don't hear all those awesome one-liners we used to have. Arnold Schwarzenegger had bunches of them. Sylvester Stallone, Clint Eastwood was the best though at those one-liners, those quotable one-liners. Clint was the master at that shit. Oh yeah, an Atari Game Lounge. That would be awesome, Jennifer. Yeah. Levi's 501s. Yeah. Yeah, that's those. That's all I used to wear is those old button flies. Now I've got work pants that I wear. That's what I wear just about every day. Work pants and pajamas. Yeah. Oh yeah, that was his name, Mr. Nightlinger. Yeah, Popeye. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you got a 2600 Warrior. All right. Yeah, I still play. I play the hell out of those old games. Yeah, and they try to remake our old movies, right? But and they still can't, for some reason they can't replicate that shit that that Arnold Schwarzenegger did back then. They can't do those one-liners, those infinitely quotable, uh, just one-liners that stick in your head forever. You know, they can't repeat that shit now, and they can't just regurgitate the old one-liner from the old movie. So they changed the script. They changed the script around, and it just doesn't work. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right, Mike. Yeah, President Reagan was. He's the one. It isn't. I think he's the one that said the the scariest words in the English language. I'm from the government and I'm here to help. I think he's the one who said that first, and people have been quoting him ever since. Yeah. A moose bit your sister, zombie. A moose bite. All right. Never heard that one before. That's a first. Yeah. That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's something cool. Your sister will be able to tell that story forever. Got a moose bite. Yeah, that's killer. Yeah, hose water and sarcasm, zombie. Yeah, you got that right. Yeah, Mike, they just don't have the spirit, dude. They can't inject that. They're just, they're just copying something else, and it doesn't have the same energy and spirit. They just can't copy that, AF, what's up, AF? Glad to see you here. Oh, you're from the government too? Yeah. Oh, subtitles in the Holy Grail, zombie. Oh yeah, yeah. Metal Gear, Wolverines. Yeah, yeah. That's. I don't know. There are so many movies that could be called, the Gen X movie, but Red Dawn has got to be one. In the top three contenders. That was just an awesome movie. My vote Fight Club would get my vote for that, but that they had some cool quotes in that too. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, jumping your friends. They're laying down in front of the ramp. Yeah, I think we've all done that at one point or another. Oh, okay. Oh, that's cool. Underground, some 1970s crown speakers. Yeah. Arnis, you're a bot, dude? Damn. I've never seen a Gen X bot before. You've been floating around. You've been floating around the internet since the 70s. Yeah. Oh yeah, go ahead, make my day with the veto pen. Yeah. Goonies, yeah, Goonies is up there, Jennifer. Yeah. And that's one of my favorite movies. That's one of the ones that I've seen, I don't know, dozens and dozens of times. Yeah, you're gonna need a bigger boat. Yeah, that's a great movie. Jaws is just a fantastic movie, dude. Yeah, I love that. My favorite scene in that movie is when that the captain. Now I'm not going to be able to remember his name, but they're down in the boat, and he starts telling the story about the USS Indianapolis when the sharks come. Yeah. Oh, that's just a awesome scene in a movie. You still have gravel under your skin, zombie. I think I picked all mine out, dude. I think. Yeah, you can't handle the truth. Yeah, Trip. That's another great movie too. Yeah. Um, Damn, I gotta remember that when Tom Cruise and Jack Nicholson, um, where Tom Cruise was the lawyer. Yeah. The Shining with Jack Nicholson. That's an awesome movie too. Here's Johnny. Yeah. Oh yeah. We've all got scars from back in the day from riding bikes or skateboards or jumping off of shit. Yeah. Chicks dig scars, dude. We all knew that. That was what inconceivable. Yeah, zombie. That's a classic line too. Yeah, Exorcist. Yep. Isn't that when don't go into the light and they're here? Yeah, Princess Bride. Awesome movie. Who is that? Let me see. Now my glasses are. S Fog 3. What's up? S Fog. Time Bandits. I haven't seen that in forever. That's one of the ones I gotta watch again. Oh, Men of Honor. Yeah. Yeah. Here's Johnny. Oh, Poltergeist. Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one. Repo Man. And another one was another quotable movie was where they had those comedies, but Caddyshack and Ghostbusters, right? This chick is toast. Show this prehistoric bitch how we do things downtown. I love that shit, dude. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Stripes. That's where they get. I think because that's where they say that that boom shakalaka. I don't know if you've heard that before, but you hear that shit once in a while, and that's where that comes from. That movie Stripes, I believe that's the first place that it was coined or whatever. Big Trouble in Little China, yeah. Oh no, nope, no AF. I actually cooked some chicken livers earlier and some artichoke hearts and mashed potatoes. That shit was good. Yeah. Christine, yep. The Duel, yeah. Yeah, Escape from New York, yeah, old Snake Plissken. Yeah, you can't beat old Snake. They Call Me Bruce. Oh yeah, we've had so many good movies. What was that? Oh, The Big Lebowski too. The Big Lebowski is an awesome movie. Oh yeah, The Evil Dead, and that what is that? The third one or something? Um, shit, I'm gonna mind blank on that again. The Evil Dead. It was Army of Darkness. Army of Darkness. That's my favorite one of those, and that dude has so many one-liners in there. Yeah. First you want to kill me, then you want to kiss me. Blow. Thanks, just what I needed. A horse blanket. Yo, she bitch. Let's go. There's just all kinds of shit. He says all kinds of one-liners through that thing. What is it? Klaatu, Varata, Nickel, Necktie, Nectar. Definitely an N-word. That shit is crazy. Yeah. Last Starfighter. Enemy Mine. Oh, that's one of my favorites. Yeah, Warrior. Enemy Mine. Yup. With Dowitch. Yeah. I love that movie. Central Florida. I mean, I live in Florida. Last Dragon. Yup. Yup. Krull. Excalibur. Yeah, Trip. Excalibur is an excellent one too. But ever seen Krull with the Cyclops and my wife hates it when I make her sit through Krull. She doesn't like it. I love that movie. It's Liam Neeson's like I don't know, 25 years old, and he's got he's trying to grow a beard and shit in that movie. He looks like a kid, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Army of Darkness, yeah, zombie. That's my favorite Evil Dead movie. Scavenger Hunt, I haven't seen that one. Oh, Point Break, yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. And I got a thing about that. You know how before, when you're watching shit when we used to watch shit on VHS, they didn't have subtitles and stuff, right? And what's that guy's name? The blonde guy that was in Lethal Weapon. Anyway, he was Keanu Reeves' partner in Point Break. And Keanu Reeves gets out of the car and he says, "I'm going to go get me a sandwich or something." And that guy tells him, "Oh, get me one too. I'm hungry enough to eat the ass end out of a dead rhino." Well, I thought he said wino. I thought he said, "I'm hungry enough to eat the ass end out of a dead wino." And I said that to my sister. We're watching the movie, and I said that to my sister. I said, "That's hardcore. He'll eat the ass end out of a dead wino." And she looks at me and she said, "He's saying rhino, you sick, you sick bastard. What the hell did you come up with wino?" I don't know. That's what I heard. Yeah, but that's a great movie too. I've seen Point Break a bunch of times. Gary Busey, yep. Yeah, Metal Gear, thank you. Gary Busey. But yep. The another good movie is The Postman. That's a post-apocalyptic movie, and I like that one too. Not highly quotable. Don't have a lot of quotes in it, but it's just it's like a 3-hour long post-apocalyptic drama with Kevin Costner. It's pretty damn awesome. I like it. It was a box office bomb, but Silver Streak. Yeah, Gremlins Trip. Yeah. And I just saw that one not too long ago, Gremlins. I got to get one I have to get is the one where we started this whole thing off talking about movies was They Live. I got to get that on DVD. Yeah. Yeah, Republican in name only, Rhino, yeah. Yeah, Phoebe Cates, Trip, the ex-presidents are surfers, yeah, Metal Gear, yeah. Oh, yeah, Stir Crazy, that was a good one. Yeah, yeah, that was a good one. Thundercats. My favorite post-apocalyptic cartoon was Thundar the Barbarian. I loved it in that intro when that asteroid came by and broke the moon and shit and threw the Earth into turmoil. Thundar the Barbarian was awesome. Yeah, yeah, warrior. Yeah, Thundar, dude, that was the shit. Yeah, the Last Starfighter. What was the one I just got? Did I get the Last Starfighter? Was the other one in? Oh, War Games. War Games is another one. I'm surrounded by assholes. Zombie. Yeah, that's it. Man, we had so many good movies. Oh, The Day After. Hell yeah, Trip. That shit was crazy. The Day After. Yeah. And over there in, what was the one they had? Strings or something over there in England. They had one. They had basically the same thing, but it was called Strings or something like that. But yeah, the English, post nuclear thing. Oh yeah, his Sun Sword, Metal Gear. Hell yeah, that was bad as shit, dude. Yeah. Oh, I Am Legend. Yeah, that's a newer movie, but that's a damn good one. Yeah. Robbie Ross or Reese. Robbie Reese, what's up, dude? Oh, Conan the Barbarian, Jennifer. Yeah, that's that another one with a bunch of classic quotes in it and shit. But I love it when he knocks that camel out. That's my favorite shit. They're on that Black Lotus. They're tripping on that Black Lotus, and Arnie turns around and hits that camel, knocks that bitch out. Woo! Yeah, yeah. One of the good quotes from that one is the woman in there. Shit, I forget her name now, but she, when just before she jumped off the thing, and they were acting scared to jump off the building, and she was like, "Do you want to live forever?" And she just dives off of that thing. But she'd said that a few times throughout the movie. You want to live forever? Let's get this shit done. Yeah. Oh, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. Yeah, Bucky, that's a good damn movie. Dark. Yeah. Trading Places. Yeah. Yeah, Trading Places is a good damn movie. My Christmas movie is A Christmas Carol with the one with George C. Scott. That's just the one I guess I remember watching first when I was in, whatever, junior high or whatever, and that was always the Christmas Carol to me. It wasn't until I was in my 20s or something that I realized there were a bunch of different versions of it. But all the rest of them are just, they're just copies of that version, the 1984 version. So, yeah, I like that one. That's my Christmas Carol. And George C. Scott's just a beast. I just like him as an actor. Yeah, of course he was old, old as hell. But I even watch his older movies when he was younger, like Patton and stuff like that, and he was awesome. No, Never Ending Story. Yeah, Underground. Yeah, yeah, that shit was bad as hell. I love that movie still. Damn, now I was about to say the guy's name, the kid's name on there, or the horse's name. The horse's name. His horse's name, and it's on the tip of my tongue, but I can't remember it. But yeah, the Bugs Bunny Christmas Story. That's another one. A Christmas Story, the one with the leg lamp and the Red Ryder BB gun. I love that shit too. That's bad as hell. Oh yeah, that's Scrooged. You're talking about Zombie. Yeah, that's Scrooged. That's a good movie too. Yeah, I love that shit. Yup. Yeah, those were good ones, Arnis, and Uncommon Valor. Remember that movie with Patrick Swayze and that what the hell was that guy's name? The guy in Leaving Arizona. I think that's the name. No, that's Leaving Las Vegas. Raising Arizona. The guy in Raising Arizona, the big biker in Raising Arizona, he was in it. But yeah, he's got a good quote in that too. In Uncommon Valor, he says, using that Oriental martial arts bullshit on me is going to get real expensive. He tells Patrick Swayze that shit. Yeah. That Oriental martial arts bullshit on me is going to get real expensive. Yeah, Weird Science. That's a classic too. Yeah, the mutant bikers, Thunderbolt and Lightfoot. Yeah, Lethal Weapon. I love that movie. When it first came out, that thing was awesome. Lethal Weapon was awesome. Hamburger Hill. Yeah. Yeah, the original Bad News Bears. I've watched the remake with what's his name? Shit, I forget his name now. The newer remake of it. It's okay. It's all right, but it's not nearly as good as the original Bad News Bears. That was a really good movie. Oh yeah. Yeah, Dark Crystal and The Labyrinth. Yep. Oh, that reminds me of Legend. Remember when Tom Cruise was like 13 years old and he was wearing that armor and shit, and he's running around in the forest with the pixies and shit, and that big evil guy with the horns. Yeah, that movie was awesome. Legend. I love that shit. Used Cars. Oh, Police Academy. Yeah, those were awesome too. Oh, The Sandlot, yeah. Yeah. Rocky Horror Picture Show. Oh, Born on the 4th of July, yeah. I just watched that one not too long ago. Major League. Yep. Wild Thing. Yeah. Yeah, no. Yeah, Mike, you can't remake Walter Matthau. Yeah. Yeah, you're right about that. Oh yeah, Trip, the Mad Max trilogy, that was awesome. And they did a half-ass decent job with these new Mad Max movies. I will give them credit. But still, they just don't have the same vibe. They're okay movies, don't get me wrong, but I just don't hold them up there in the same esteem that I do the original Mad Max movies with what's his name? I get up here and I mind blank on people's names now. I've heard that guy's name 10,000 times. Braveheart's a great movie with him in it. Mel Gibson. Yeah, so I just don't hold them up there with the same esteem that I do with Mel Gibson's Mad Max trilogy. But they're decent. They're decent movies. They're watchable. I've watched them all. Corvette Summer. Oh yeah, Warrior, you're right about that. We had the hottest chicks. Everybody else got screwed. Now with the girls with them big old, they look like they're wearing those wax lips. They put a suction thing and oh, it's just disturbing to look at them. Real Mindbender, what's up, dude? Yeah, Mel Gibson. Glad to see you here. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Zombie. Yep. Yeah, Top Gun. Yeah, there's so many. Tom Cruise was just the man for putting out movies back then. Top Gun, Days of Thunder, that kind of shit. Those were right up our alley, right? That shit was on time. Yeah. Jeff 7. What's up, Jeff 7? Glad to see you here, buddy. Glad you can make it. No, okay. Your uncle always referencing Mad Max AF. Yeah. I mean that's kind of what I expected the world to be like, you know. Either that, cool like that, or cool in like a Jetsons kind of way, right? All kinds of cool shit. And not just cool in this, you know, it's just lame now. It's convenient, but in the lamest, most aggravating way possible. I thought it would be convenient in in an awesome way, but, just all kinds of awesome shit. I thought we'd be 3D printing cheeseburgers, but real cheeseburgers, not some fake artificial weird shit. So yeah, I mean, I know it was my naivety, back when I was a kid, but still, I just thought it would be different when I was a kid. Oh, Dukes of Hazzard, Jennifer, yeah, Dukes of Hazzard was the shit, and A-Team, the jerk, Underground, yeah, the jerk, dude. You mean I'm gonna stay this color? when his family told him, he was adopted, you mean I'm gonna stay this color? That shit was some of the funniest shit I've ever heard. The first time I heard that shit. Yeah, Daisy Dukes, Warrior, you hell yeah, dude. Hot Shots. Yeah. Yeah, Steve Martin was the shit, dude. My favorite movie with him, I don't know, it's hard to say really, but The Jerk is awesome. But Dirty Rotten Scoundrels with him and that, what's that other guy's name? But he's in there and he's like a con artist, but he's like a lowball trailer park con artist, and he's going up against that English dude who's suave, and he's conning chicks out of millions of dollars, and Steve Martin's like hustling $50-$60 at a time, and that movie is just hilarious, dude. That's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen. Rupert, do you want me to get the genital cuffs? And I'm just like, what the hell? Who the hell wrote that shit? You know what I'm saying? Get the genital cuffs. Well, shit. Yeah. Yep, Jerry Bruckheimer. Yeah, you're right. You're right, Mindhunter. Mork and Mindy. Yep. Nanu. Oh, WKRP in Cincinnati. Yeah, dude. Yep, I forgot about that one actually. But oh yeah, Les Nessman. Les. Buck Rogers. MASH. Yep. Hot Lips Houlihan. Hot Lips Houlihan. You couldn't call somebody Hot Lips on television now. They could not do that. they'd have Antifa burning their shit down, and some dude would be shooting up the CBS station. Some boomer would be would be trying to kill people out there and shit. You can't do that. Yeah. Oh, The Omen. Yeah, I just watched that one not too long ago. Underground. Yeah. Yeah, Mork and Mindy was awesome. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff. And a lot of our stuff back then was still original. It wasn't so, it just wasn't so overburdened with shit. Like now, I mean, it's hard for them to come up with original shit. It seems like it's hard, I guess. Yeah, zero creativity. And another thing that people tend to forget is that a lot of that stuff, like the John Hughes movies and stuff, and a lot of our music and stuff, boomers made that stuff, and older, Silent Gen, and that made that stuff, but they made that stuff about us. Ferris Bueller's Day Off was about us. That movie was about us. So we had a large impact on the culture, and still do, because they're still remaking those movies. Oh yeah, Addams Family. Yeah, Lake, you damn right. Yeah, Les and the Pork Belly Report. I forgot all about that, Mike. Yeah. And those movies, Porky's and Revenge of the Nerds, remember those? Yeah. Benny Hill. Oh, shit. Yeah, I forgot about Benny Hill. That, I used to love watching Benny Hill. Yeah. Star Wars. Yeah, we can't. Yeah, we really can't talk about this kind of shit without mentioning Star Wars Trip. You're right. Oh, the Incredible Hulk. Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry. Yeah, that shit. Lou Ferrigno and I forget the other guy's name now. Dave. Shit, I can't remember his name, but yeah, I used to love that show. Knight Rider. Remember Airwolf? It was kind of like Knight Rider, but in the sky. Yeah, I used to love those shows. Airwolf. They had another one called Blue Thunder or something like that. It was another helicopter movie. Yeah. Yeah, the Top 40. Yeah. The Thing. Oh man, that was a great movie. I still watch that shit every once in a while. I love that damn movie. That's a damn good one. Oh, Walmart or Timu version? Yeah, AF. Yeah. Sometimes I can't try to convince anybody that I'm always, politically correct. I'll just, what am I gonna do? Yeah, Airwolf was badass, Arnis. Hell yeah. Wizards? What was that, a cartoon? Oh, but speaking of wizards and cartoons, Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons. Bobby the Barbarian. I forget everybody else's names. I know that one girl was the acrobat. I forget her name though. The other girl was the thief. She could go invisible. She had that cloak. And then the other guy had a sword, right? No, he had a bow. And then the other guy had a shield. And then there was the magic guy. And then, of course, the dungeon master. Oh, Grizzly Adams. Yeah. That shit. Oh, number 7. Gilligan's Island. Yep. Oh, you got Popeye's theme for your ringtone, warrior? Yeah, that's badass, dude. Oh, that's awesome, Jennifer. all four of the Star Wars movies on VHS. That's cool as hell. I still watch. I like watching Bugs Bunny in the morning now. I watch that shit now. Yeah, brings back a lot of good memories. I love, my favorite Bugs Bunny is when, or little episode or whatever. I don't know. There's a lot of them, but one of my favorites, put it like that, is Stupor Duck. When Daffy Duck, he's like Superman, and he goes rescuing shit, but there's a ship that's sinking, and he flies and he rescues it and brings it back up, and then it turns out to be a submarine. And they shoot him with the cannon. Stupor Duck. Yeah, I love that shit. But Daffy Duck was always my favorite character. I used to love Daffy Duck. He got no justice. No justice. Bugs Bunny always got the upper hand on him, you know what I mean? Bugs Bunny always came out smelling like a rose, and Daffy got his bill blown off. Yeah, I used to love Daffy Duck. Oh yeah, Grizzly Adams was the shit. I used to love Grizzly Adams. Yeah. Oh, Judas Priest played? I didn't know that, Mike. That's cool as hell, dude. Swamp Thing, yeah. I used to love comic books too. I used to collect Richie Rich comic books, and then later on I got into Marvel stuff, Spider-Man and Thor, the Punisher, but Silver Surfer would be my favorite superhero overall. Oh, Tom and Jerry, yeah, Zombie, that was a classic one too, wasn't it? Yeah, I love some Tom and Jerry. Oh, Captain Caveman, yeah. You're despicable, yeah. Yeah, Gen X Jack. You're despicable. Yeah, I used to love that shit. Oh, another one of my favorites was Sylvester, and he was chasing after Tweety Bird, but it was actually some dogs were chasing after him. Spike was chasing after him, and but there was an escaped panther, on the loose in that neighborhood, and that dog kept getting his ass kicked by that panther, but he thought it was Sylvester. It just, how they wrote it, it just the dog never got a good look at the cat, and so that was one of my favorite episodes of Sylvester and Tweety, was when that panther got loose. I'll remember that episode till I die. Ghost Rider, yeah, Zombie. Ghost Rider is pretty cool. That what the repentance stare or something like that, where he gave him the stare of repentance or something like that, and they felt all the harm that they'd inflicted on all their victims. Yeah, that shit was badass. Ghost Rider kicks ass. Oh, Elf Quest, yeah, Arnis, yeah. I'm surprised they haven't done more with Elf Quest. Elf Quest was so awesome. Why haven't they made an Elf Quest movie or an Elf Quest TV show? I mean, a big one. They might have done a little something somewhere that went under the radar. Julia Pierce, what's up, Julia? Glad to see you here. We're talking about movies and cartoons and stuff from the 80s. Oh yeah, Tasmanian Devil and Yosemite Sam. Yeah, you can't talk about cartoons without mentioning those two. Yeah, I love those two. The rootin' tootin'. Yeah, oh, Yosemite Sam. Oh, Johnny Quest. Yeah. Yeah, matter of fact, I need to get that shit again because I love Johnny Quest. Race Brennan. Yeah, Johnny Quest was awesome. I was addicted to that shit. I had to watch Johnny Quest. Oh, yeah, Bucky. Is his name Beaky Buzzard? Is that his name? No. Oh, Beaky Buzzard, yeah. Wacky Races, Mindbender, yeah. Chilly Willy, yeah. Pink Panther. The Pink Panther cartoon and the Pink Panther movies. Yeah, I love those. That shit was hilarious. When that Chinese guy, his butler or whatever, but he would attack him at just random weird times. Yeah, that shit was killer. Oh, come on now. Oh, there we go. Okay, back online. Oh yeah, Underground. I would have to agree with you there. Well, no, I don't know. I would tie. I'd say it's a tie with Star Blazers and Thundar because I love Thundar. But yeah, Star Blazers. It played. Star Blazers come on right after I got home from school, so I would be running from the bus stop, kicking rocks, trying to get back and get in front of the TV in time for Star Blazers. I love that show. Yeah, they modified an ocean ship to go out in space. That's crazy, but it was awesome. Brave Star. Yeah, Wonder Twin Powers activate. Yep. And remember the Wonder Woman TV show with Linda Linda Carter. Linda Carter, yeah. Thunderbirds? No, Trip, I never did. Oh, okay. After 10 on HBO Zombie? Oh, Julia, that'd be kick-ass. A She-Ra doll? Yeah, I wish I don't have any of my old stuff. We just moved around so much when I was a kid. I didn't... Yeah, what little I got ended up being left and shit, or destroyed. And the old Twilight Zone movies, too. Or TV show. And then there was another one called Amazing Stories. Remember that one? Yeah, they had a few of those. Now that when I look back, trying to find that stuff, you find Twilight Zone on there, and then it'll suggest other stuff to you, and hell, that'll bring up all kinds of stuff that I remember, but I didn't know, I had just forgotten about. Amazing Stories, and there are other ones now that I don't remember, but I remember, seeing more of them. Scooby-Doo, yeah. No, Scooby-Doo was awesome. Oh, okay. All right, Undergrad. You had it just before school. Okay, we were both running from the bus, or, before and after school, though. We were both running for Star Blazers. Yeah, that shit was awesome. Oh, it was a 60s puppet show? Okay. Thunderbirds, all right. And then Space Ghost. Remember Space Ghost? I remember the Centurions. Yeah. In Search Of. Yeah. Yeah, Zombie. That was awesome. And then remember they had those old... They were... They kind of mixed claymation and realistic with... Clash of the Titans, and I think another one was Jason and the Argonauts. where the special effects was like claymation. It was claymation, and they added it in there somehow. I love. I still like the old Clash of the Titans better than the new one that they made. That new one was all right, but it wasn't. It wasn't what it could have been. Oh, okay, Warrior. You saw those at the drive-in? 1980, what's up? What's up? Glad to see you. Oh, no, nobody said G.I. Joe yet, dude. Yeah, G.I. Joe. Oh, oh yeah, Trip. Yeah, I bet a lot of people did back then. Mine was probably um, Daisy Duke and Wonder Woman. Those are probably my two crushes when I was a kid. Laser tag, yeah, dude. Dungeons and Dragons. I used to just love playing Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, yeah. Clash of the Titans is epic, and it'll always stay in my top several movies or whatever. I mean, yeah, the special effects haven't aged very well and stuff, but it's still just an amazing movie. I love that thing. Oh yeah, yeah. I believe it. I was watching that stuff. I was watching. Well, we just talk about Johnny Quest. I was watching Johnny Quest when I was in the army. I'd watch that shit every morning. Yeah, whenever it was on. I think it was every morning during the week. HR Puffin stuff. That sounds familiar, Zombie. Robotech, Transformers, uh, GoBots. Oh yeah, yeah, Jennifer. Heather Thomas from Fall Guy. Yep. Bo Derek in 10. Yeah. And wasn't she in a Tarzan movie too? I want to say she was in a Tarzan movie. Heather Locklear. Yeah. There was so many beautiful girls in stuff back then. You know what I mean? We could sit here and rattle off just dozens and dozens of names. What? Damn, her name's on the tip of my tongue. The one in the red bathing suit, uh, Farrah Fawcett. Yeah, she was awesome too. Everybody loved Farrah Fawcett, and she had um, that poster with her in the red bathing suit. That's probably what that TV show got was inspired by. That Baywatch TV show was probably Farrah Fawcett's uh, poster. It wouldn't surprise me. Oh yeah, He-Man and the Masters of the Universe. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, Metal Gear. We can't. Banana Splits. Yeah. Yeah. Aaron Gray. Yeah, Big Country. Yeah, yeah, she's gone off the deep end AF. Yeah, I can't argue with that. But she went off a deep end a while ago. Remember, didn't wasn't it her? Didn't she get busted shoplifting? I mean, just some kind of kleptomaniac or something. So Yeah, Warrior. So Bo Derek was in Tarzan. I thought so. Yeah, I thought I remember watching that on cable. That was like one of the first movies I got to watch on cable TV. No, no, we all like Stevie Nicks, Jennifer. Yeah, I think every single one of us. I think we can say 100%. Oh, Faces of Death. Yeah, Zombie. Yeah. Remember the one? Remember that one scene where they put the monkey underneath the table, and then the table closed around his head, and then they ate his brains. That shit was so killer. Yeah, Blue Lagoon. Yep. Yeah, that was awesome as hell. Shogun. Shogun. I don't remember Shogun from back then. I read the book, but I don't remember a TV show called Shogun or a movie. I've watched the new Shogun, the one that came out recently. That was pretty cool. Oh, Thundercats, yeah. Greystoke, maybe it. Greystoke, Legend of Tarzan. No, no, maybe it was Greystoke. You might be right, Mindbender. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, Metal Gear. You're right. That's the one. That's the one that got busted for shoplifting. Winona Ryder. I got the two mixed up. Not Alyssa Milano. It was Winona Ryder. Yep. Yeah, Zombie. You're right. I just got the two mixed up. Yeah. Yeah, Arnis. The monkey brains. That's the one that's stuck in our heads. Yeah, Brooke Shields in Blue Lagoon. Yep. Oh yeah, Roots. That was a great show. I remember watching that. Yeah. Oh, the Highlander. There can be only one. Yeah, that was awesome. And then they tried to do all the sequels and stuff for that one, and that was just bomb city. I never watched anything else after that. I might have tried to watch Highlander too, but it was so horrible I didn't even watch it. Shit. Oh yeah, Young Guns, dude. Yeah, definitely. That uh, even the sequel, that the Young Guns sequel, that was awesome too. But what was that guy's name? Dirty Steve. They can't see us, asshole. We're in the spirit world. Yeah, that shit was awesome. Oh, older Tarzan. Tarzan. I can't. I can't remember the name of that one. It was on in the 80s. It was on in the 80s, early 80s to mid 80s, something like that, when it came out on, HBO or whatever. Oh, okay. All right. Richard Chamberlain, 1980. Oh, Greystone, Nighthawk. Yeah, Fred Savage. What was that? Wonder Years? Was that the show he was on? Was that what it was called? Wonder Years? I forget. Oh yeah, Zombie. She was awesome, and she was killer in a lot of stuff. Winona Ryder. Yeah. Oh, okay. Tarzan, Lord of the Apes. All right, that's the one I remember. All right, thank you, Warrior. Yeah. Yeah, They Live. That's the one I have to get. I got to find that one on DVD or Blu-ray. They Live. That's got to go into my collection. I'm having trouble. Okay, I thought Fred Savage was Wonder Years. That's another one. Is uh, what was that movie? Stephen King. The short story Stephen King wrote was called The Body, but it was where the three kids went looking for, no, four kids went looking for the dead body. I can't believe I'm mind blanking on that. I've seen that movie 100 times. Stand By Me. Stand By Me. Yeah. That was a great movie. I love watching that movie. When they were cutting across that junkyard, and he said that they sicked the owner of the junkyard, sicked the dog on them, and he said the junkyard owner probably said go get him or something, but what we heard was chopper sick balls. That shit was awesome. Cat's Eye, yeah. Real Genius, yep. And then they had that, what was it, Quest for Fire? Remember that? It's like no dialogue in that whole damn movie. Salem's Lot. Ray Bradbury Theater, yeah. Fright Night, the original Fright Night was one of my favorites too. I like that shit. That was a damn good movie. Oh, Flight of the Navigator, yeah. All right, Flight of the Navigator. I need to get that one. I get that one confused with The Last Starfighter, too. Oh, Mannequin, that's a good one. And Weekend at Bernie's, yeah. That was kick-ass, too. Yeah. Howard the Duck. Worst. Oh, okay. Princess Under the Cherry Moon. I've never heard of that one. Pet Cemetery. Yeah, that was killer too. Yeah, we were all reading Stephen King books back then. Now Stephen King's just a complete damn lunatic. I hate to even hear anything that comes out of his damn mouth or off of his fingers now when he texts anything. Oh, Poltergeist was awesome, yeah. Bonita? Yeah, Poltergeist was awesome. That's a great damn movie too. Are You the Navigator? Oh, Starman too. Yeah, with Jeff Bridges, remember that one? Starman, that was a cool ass movie. Yeah, the first Dune. I haven't seen that one in a long time. Underground. I don't know. I can't. I've read the book several times, so I know the story, but I don't know how well that first Dune was. Oh, Buckaroo Banzai. Yeah, Julia. Spaceballs. Yeah, Rollerball. Yep. Oh, okay. You got in trouble for burglary? All right. Oh, Under the Cherry Moon starring Prince. Okay, Metal Gear. All right. Okay. Flight of the Intruder. All right. Dreamscape, yeah. Yeah, Bucky, that was North Shore. Nobody listens to Turtle. Y'all remember North Shore, the surfing movie? That was a kick-ass movie, too. Oh, I don't know, Jennifer. I don't know. Did anybody else lose it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Trip, $6 Million Man and Bionic Woman. Yeah, yeah. Warrior Starman was, yeah, it's a cult classic now. Probably the biggest cult classic is Blade Runner. That was just, it was a total box office bomb, but it's become one of the best movies. I mean, they teach about it in filmography class now. You know, in movie making school, they use Blade Runner as an example. So yeah. Oh, all right, Julia. Firestarter was a kick-ass movie too. They made so many of Stephen King's books into movies. Firefox. Okay, Jennifer. Yeah, try refreshing it, I guess. Men at Work. Yeah, that was killer. Men at Work. Yep. And Airplane. Shit's really gonna hit the fan, or shit's really hit the fan this time, or some shit like that. And then they show a fan's running in the background and a clump of shit hits it. Picked a bad day to quit sniffing glue. And then Naked Gun, which they just remade with Liam Neeson. Yeah, Firefox with Clint Eastwood, yeah. Oh, all right. I don't know what's going on. Y'all are keep losing the thing. I don't have any problem. A matter of fact, my connection says excellent. So I don't know what's going on. It's got to be with YouTube servers. That's happened before. They'll just YouTube will start having problems with their shit. No, Santa Claus the movie, yeah. Oh, and that reminds me of the old claymation, all the old claymation Christmas movies. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer and all that cool stuff. Well, damn, the only option I have there is to restart the live stream. Yeah, and a lot of times it's YouTube's fault because I'm looking at my stuff. I've got excellent connection. There's no problem with my connection, but sometimes YouTube has issues. I had like 3 or 4 weeks in a row with these problems. That was months ago though. Now I haven't had problems with it in a long time. But I don't change anything, and so it's got to be on YouTube's end with their servers or whatever. Hellraiser, yeah. Oh, okay. Well, I can try it. See if it helps. Make sure they're seated in there correctly. Oh, you can't see the video, but the chat is active, huh? Everything on my end says everything's working perfectly, and some of the viewers aren't having any problems with it. So it has to be YouTube. No, I never had any read-alongs. Mindbender. Who? You talking to me, Jennifer? The Capricorn thing? Warrior 71 here, dude. 76er, huh? You're a young sprout, Warrior. Yeah, we're going down the movie rabbit hole. Iceman. Oh, okay. Y'all are talking to each other. Okay, R. Snyder. What's up, R. Snyder? How long you been here, dude? You just sneak in on us? Yeah, you've been hanging out for a while. Did I miss you earlier? Well, welcome to the show, R. Snyder. We're talking about movies and stuff, cartoons, all kinds of cool shit. But I had one brother and one brother and two sisters, and we would sit down in front of the TV every Saturday morning, and me and my brother, we loved some Thundar the Barbarian and shit like that. And then, but we'd have to sit through some Strawberry Shortcake and My Little Pony and shit like that in order to watch Thundar the Barbarian, but we'd have to miss something else. Like another cool show would be on that me and my brother would have to miss during Strawberry Shortcake, so we had to pick one or the other. We couldn't just watch all the cool stuff all the time, and and my sisters wouldn't get to watch anything they liked. So we had to pick. We had to go back and forth choosing what we wanted. We had to share. So I learned to share early in life. Oh, okay. My dad was Aquarius. I think, I don't know. That's the only person in my family that I know of. Smurfs, yeah. I heard that the Smurfs are like really huge still in Mexico and shit. South America and stuff like that. They're really big in that culture still today. Oh yeah, Bugs Bunny, R. Snyder, yeah. Yeah, no, I used to love those Flintstone cartoons too. Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble, and Bam Bam. Bam Bam was the damn kid's name. Yeah, remember Cubert? That cartoon? They made a video cartoon from that video game Cubert. Then they also had a Pac-Man cartoon too, but they had Pac-Man everything. Shit, they. Oh yeah, yeah, Mindbender. I did. Yeah, me and my brother, we'd be up early as shit. No, I was the oldest AF. Yeah, I was the oldest. Then I had a sister, 1 year younger than me, and then a year after her was my brother, and a year after him was my youngest sister. So I was 71, my sister was 72, my brother was 73, and my last sister was 74. All of us born right after the other. Oh yeah, pole position, Dragon's Lair. I love that video game. That was expensive though. Yeah, I've talked about that video game many times on our show here. But yeah, that was one of my favorite games. Y'all remember the flat like tabletop one that was like a cowboy shooting, but it was a hologram. You know, it's kind of a 3D hologram. I don't remember the name of that one, but that shit was awesome. But it was like even more expensive than Dragon's Lair. So I never really played it very much. So maybe only once in my whole life. But I remember looking at it and just, you know, because they'd be playing through the demonstration or whatever, the little demo they had there, and it looked awesome. It was like in 3D, you know, moving left and right and forward and back. So, oh, okay. Yeah, AF. No, this was earlier on, before they got old enough. I would just watch whatever the hell I wanted. Yeah, but once they got old enough, you know, my sister, she's just 1 year behind me, so you know she ain't putting up with that shit. She'll go tell on me if I don't let her watch some Rainbow Bright or some shit. No, Wilma. Yeah. Okay, all right, Jeff. Yeah, Wilma gave you a thing for redheads, huh? Yeah, yeah. I used to love Captain Caveman and Hong Kong Phooey. Remember that? And what was the one? What was the one with Boris and Natasha? Wasn't that on another cartoon though? Yeah, that was on Rocky and Bullwinkle, right? Boris and Natasha was like a spin-off on the Rocky and Bullwinkle thing. Oh yeah. Yeah, Underground, I've heard that. You can get a console with 40,000 games on it for under $200 now. Yeah. Yep. This stuff is so small now and so cheap that... Oh, there's a new Hellraiser game coming, Trip? I didn't know that. Yeah, me too, Mindbender. I liked Betty. Grape Ape. Grape Ape. Yeah. Jabberjaw. Oh, shit, I forgot about Jabberjaw, dude. Underdog. Yep. Yeah. Godzilla. King Kong. Snagglepuss. Yep. Yogi and Boo Boo. Yeah. Homestead. Yeah, Yogi and Boo Boo. I used to love that. Hey, Boo Boo. Oh, bringing back some memories. Natasha Fatale. Yeah. Jeff 7. Muttley. Isn't he the one that laughed like that? He would laugh like that, right? Arabian Nights cartoon. Yeah. All right, Jennifer. Droopy. Yep. There were so many. The Wacky Races. Hong Kong Phooey. Yeah. Yeah, the Muppets. Yeah, the Muppet Show. Yep. Yeah, and then Sesame Street back then. Oscar the Grouch. Remember that? He was always pissed off in the Cookie Monster. And then the Count. 1, 2, 3. Ah, ah, ah. That's it. Cracks me up, dude. Yeah. Yeah, that was some shit. And then there was Big Bird. That was Snuffleupagus. Wasn't Snuffleupagus on Sesame Street? Adamant. Yeah. I remember Adamant. And then, oh, Mighty Mouse. Remember Mighty Mouse? Yeah, eating Count Chocula out of a Frisbee. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that is living life right. Eating Count Chocula out of a Frisbee is just the peak. The peak of humanity. Hell yes. Hell yes. Top Cat. Hell yeah. Yeah, Hanna-Barbera's full catalog, yeah. Galaxy Rangers, yeah, the Electric Company, and what was the other one? The shit, I'm gonna the Electric Company and Great Space Coaster. That's the name of it. Yeah, they don't. AF the kids now they don't. Yeah. Groovy Ghoulies. I don't remember that one underground. I remember the Garbage Pail Kids cards. Love that shit, dude. Because the girls had the, what were those called? Cabbage Patch Kids dolls. So they made those Garbage Pail Kids cards for us guys. Those things were so disgusting. Yeah. Yep. Oh yeah, Animal, the drummer Animal Jeff Seven, you know it, dude. He was a beast. Yeah. 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 Mighty Mouse and his bag of magic dust. Oh, and then Pepe Le Pew, and what was the mouse that was high? The Mexican mouse that was high all the time on in the Bugs Bunny show, the slowpoke mouse. Oh, okay, Warrior. That'd be cool as shit. Dude, you could sit there and veg out on Sesame Street all day. Frankenberry, yeah. Yeah, I forgot about those. Oh no, dude, who said that? Underground, electronic music, underground. Don't mess with pop rocks, dude, because they'll blow up. They'll blow up in your throat if you drink a soda. Yeah, I knew a kid that his cousin died that way. So be careful of that shit, underground. Yeah, don't mess with those pop rocks. No, I didn't catch Elmo going Nazi trip. I know. Ghoulies, yeah. Reading Rainbow, I remember that underground. All right, welcome back, Jennifer. Yeah. Sniffed magic dust. AF. Yeah, the shit they allowed back then, what they would call inappropriate now, you know, the just so much inappropriate shit was in our cartoons back then. Inappropriate nowadays, you know, back then it was just normal shit. You know, they would go into flying rages now if anybody got a whiff of, you know, that might be on visible to the public now. They would start burning shit down. Oh, Slowpoke Rodriguez. Yeah, Jeff, that was his name. Oh, okay, Jennifer. Hope he's doing good. Yeah, cigarette gum. The ones I like the cigars though. The cigar gum. Remember the cigars? They were bubble gum. Big old logs of bubble gum. That shit. It wasn't the best gum. You know, it wasn't like big league chew level gum. It didn't, you know, taste wise and stuff. But it was candy. So shit, I was gonna eat it. Roger Ramjet. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I remember that intro. Mindbender. Hell yeah. Yeah, probably Metal Gear. Lazy Smurf what probably was baked all the time. Oh yeah. Yeah, Disney just I don't know. I Disney's gone off the rails. Raziel. Oh, all right. Yeah, nowadays. Yeah, tobacco cigars are better nowadays. Yeah, well, we had the best cartoons back then, and I've seen that stuff with as it's evolved since then, and it's just gotten weak, and I don't know. Now it's just weird and glitchy and pathetic. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why they changed it and evolved it. They just could have kept doing more cool shit. Why start doing lame shit? I don't know. Uh, it doesn't make any sense to me. Yeah, I don't mess with Disney anymore at all for any reason. Yeah, they just sold the hell out, uh, selling out all our characters, all our beloved characters and shit. So nah, I'm not even. I don't even. I'm not gonna vote for them with my dollar or my attention. You can take that to the bank. Captain Planet, yeah. Secret Squirrel. No, I've never. I don't remember that one. Snorks. Oh yeah, remember the what were they called? The sea monkeys. Sea monkeys. Y'all remember sea monkeys? The advertisements in the comic books and shit. I wanted some of those so bad. Yeah. And then I remember the funniest, probably the funniest episode of anything I've ever seen was South Park, where those kids, they find this advertisement for these sea monkeys, but they're sea people, right? And so they're going to go out and start and look for some sea people, but they start, as the conversation's going, they start calling them seamen. So they go out looking for seamen, and holy shit, that is hilarious. And the at the end, Cartman's the only one who brought some semen back, and he's laughing at the other ones, right? Because he brought some semen back, and he's like, "Yeah, dude, it was easy to get to. This guy in the alley gave it to me. All I had to do was suck it out of a hose." I was like, "Holy shit!" Yeah, that's the craziest shit I've ever heard out of a TV in my life. Okay, yeah, the Sea Monkeys of the 80s. Oh, yeah, the parody movies, like, no, they don't really make them, not, they kind of make generic versions of the parody movies, but not like they used to, no, no, not even close. What's up, Nick? Hell yeah, we're the last ones before the fall. We're going to be the ones who rule this bitch after it falls and during the fall. Yeah, yeah. AF. They started doing lame shit. Then they messed up with the Happy Meals and all that everything. It's like they targeted the kids, and just started doing all this lame shit. I don't know. It would be easy to make up a conspiracy theory, pointing to all these things that changed for children during that time scale, and look at how these kids have grown up now. No, I never have. I did. I think I did draw the. I think I did draw that. What was it? A rabbit or something? When you had a. You had a. They had a contest if you could draw a rabbit, right? You had to draw a rabbit and send it in, and you could win something and maybe become a comic book artist or something. Y'all remember that one? Or maybe it was a turtle. I forget. I think it was some kind of animal like that, and it was a contest, and you drew the picture and then you mailed it in to the whatever address they had. Is that ringing any bells with any of y'all? Oh, Heckle and Jekyll. Yeah, I forgot about them. Who starred in Shazam? What the that movie that just came out, Julia? I don't know that guy's name. I don't know. They used to have, but did they call him Captain Marvel back when he remembered, or was that because he had a TV show back when I was a kid, but it might have been called Captain Marvel back then, or maybe it was Shazam. Shit, I don't remember. I just remember watching the show. Yeah, yeah, Raziel. South Park is both awesome and awful. Yeah, you said it right there. That's exactly right. Yeah, the Fury Road, Raziel. Hell yeah. Pinky and the Brain. Yep. I loved Ren and Stimpy too. Yeah, Ren and Stimpy was kick ass. Water makes you fat. Yeah, Tripwire. That's gonna be. They'll be telling you that pretty quick. They're already selling us water. I don't know about in anywhere else, but in the United States, they're already selling us water. I think the next thing is air. They're going to be selling us air. We'll be carrying canisters around on our back that we have to pay a monthly fee for so we can breathe. And what the hell else? Why else are they spraying shit in the sky? You know what I mean? Yeah, Tippy the Turtle. Okay, yeah, April, you remember. Yeah, you had to draw Tippy the Turtle. 80s. Yeah, yeah, it turned us into homicidal maniacs. But somehow, Mindbender, we're the only generation who isn't out there shooting at people. The younger kids are out there shooting at people, and the boomers are out there shooting at people, but no Gen Xers. You don't see Gen Xers out there shooting at anybody. Isn't that crazy? But we have the most access to the most violent shit on TV and in real life, right? Growing up, we could enact violence on anybody at will at any time. When we were growing up, we enacted violence on each other and ourselves growing up, and we're the most chilled out, don't give a shit generation alive today. So you can't convince me that that kind of shit is what is screwing people up. Yeah, maybe that's the one. Shazam from 1974. Maybe that's the one I'm remembering. The Army taught me how to blow stuff up. That was one of the cooler training classes I got to go through, was demolition training. That shit was fun. I ain't gonna lie. I love blowing shit up. Yeah. Oh yeah, Watership Down. That's another one. Yeah. And Animal Farm too. Yeah. Oh, okay. They still buy the bottles. Oh, I'd be drinking just regular water if I lived somewhere where it was just awesome, where fresh water was just awesome. But now people here in the U.S. anyway, we're afraid to drink the groundwater because all of the fertilizer contamination and all that stuff. If you live up high in elevation, it's probably perfectly safe to drink. But down here in Florida, down at a low elevation where all that shit runs down, no, I wouldn't drink that shit. Yeah, M80s were the shit. AF, yeah. Yeah, you're right. Oh, the greatest American hero. Yeah, April. The greatest American hero. Believe it or not, it's just me. Yeah, I used to love that show, boy. Oh yeah, yeah. My dad was really strict about that too, Julia. Yeah, we weren't. He didn't play around about that shit. We were taught at a very early age safety. The Black Cauldron, yeah. Star Trek 2. Was that the Wrath of Khan? Was the second one the Wrath of Khan? Mindbender? Because the Wrath of Khan was the best one in my opinion. The Herculoids, yeah. Underground. Secret of Nim, yeah. Yeah, we can't forget about that one either. That was awesome. Yeah, lawn darts. Yeah, I used to have a big fascination there for a little while with kites. Yeah, used to love kite with the whole thing. I think it was because they had us make them in school or something. We went out there and flew the kites, and that was just like a really cool thing for a while. I remember being obsessed with them for a little while when I was a small kid. Oh, okay, underground. That's cool as shit. Yeah, that's a good way to just get that shit yourself. Yeah. Oh, like a double M80 Jeff 7? Shit. Yeah. All right, Raziel. Yeah, I don't even trust that city water. They've been putting that fluoride in there for years now. You know what I mean? And we've always heard bad shit about fluoride, right? And or the last 20 years anyway, people been saying that we shouldn't be drinking that shit. And now RFK Jr.'s coming out and saying you shouldn't be drinking that shit, and people they're forcing them to take it out of the drinking water. They're passing federal laws to stop them from putting it in the drinking water. Fraggle Rock, yeah, Julia, yeah, nice one, yeah. Oh, okay, zombie, that's cool, dude. Yeah. Still flying kites. That's cool as shit. I bet with the technology and the fabrics that they can make now, I bet you can get some awesome kites now. Yeah, I never did get enough practice with them, Razio, to get really good with them, but I was fascinated with them for a while. Hell yeah, this is the cool the lunch table zombie. This is where the cool kids hang out, right here. Yeah, Gen X thanks. Loud ass bangs. A hydrogen kit that makes loud ass bangs. So, I don't know why the hell that shit's cracking me up, but it is. Oh yeah, yeah. We used to have a smoking section in high school. Oh yeah, the old. Are you talking about the old Spider-Man TV show, Metal Gear Punisher? I used to love that bitch too. That Slinky, yeah. Oh, a kite festival. That'd be cool as shit. Julia, yeah. Oh, okay. All right, zombie. Dollar store kites work just fine, huh? Yeah, fluoride. That's what I heard, AF, that fluoride's not good for you. And then um, this guy was telling me, a buddy of mine was telling me when he was in the army, he was in ranger school, and he ate his toothpaste. He got so hungry that he ate his toothpaste, and the medic in his unit told him, "Don't do that, dude. That's not good for you. You don't eat your toothpaste, dude. That shit ain't good for you, man. You can't do that, dude." And I was thinking about it. What is in the toothpaste that is not good for him? Why would the medic tell him that? If you swallow, you brush your teeth with it, you're gonna swallow some of it. I mean, what, and you read the toothpaste, what the hell could it be? It's got to be the fluoride. So that's what I've always thought since I heard that story. The medic had to be warning him against fluoride. I mean, I'll brush my teeth with fluoridated toothpaste, but I don't drink fluoridated water. Yeah, that's what I think, Julia. That's what RFK Jr. just said. It lowers your IQ. Yeah. Oh yeah, underground. Yeah, you're speaking my language there. Anything the government mandates, it's not good for you, or they wouldn't have to mandate it. You know what I mean? If it was good for you, they would just let you do it, and they don't give a shit. What the hell do they give a shit if Jesse gets sick or doesn't? Or if my teeth fall out or whatever? They don't give a shit. Yeah, they don't care. So they're not going to convince me that they have my best interest at heart, because I'm not that gullible. I'm not a buffoon, a gullible. Oh yeah, yeah, you're right, zombie. That's where the best. That's where they had the best shit, dude. Yeah, that's where they had it. Yeah, yeah, mind bender. Yeah, we ask questions. Yeah, yeah. I mean, these other people, I don't know what it is about these other generations where they don't want to question shit. Uh, they just want to follow the herd off the cliff, and it's just it's better, I guess, in their opinion or whatever. They want to follow the herd off the cliff and die with the rest of the zombies, I guess. I don't know, but not me. I'm gonna I'm gonna keep questioning the entire universe. Yeah, Raziel. It used to be Tom's too. Tom's used to sell some good stuff, and they were wholesome, but then some big multi global conglomerate bought them up. So they're not Tom's anymore. They're just, whatever, Colgate or whatever, just like the rest of them. So you got to watch that. You actually need to know who owns what, so you know who you're supporting with your money. And those of us who actually give a shit and take the time to find that shit out, uh, vote with our dollar, because I think that's our most important vote, is with our dollar, even more so than with our ballot, honestly. Yeah, yeah, get into fights over shit that didn't matter. Yeah, Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, it's getting close to good night time. I've got to get ready for bed. I got to go to work tomorrow. For those of you who hadn't tuned in yet, when I first started this live stream, I'll be coming up on wrapping up this tiny home project. So I believe now that I'm going to have more time, right, going into the future after this week. So I'm thinking about doing some live streams 2, maybe 3 times during the week in the evening for people in the United States, so more people can come together and maybe make this more of a regular thing. And I'm going to have more time, and I'll be better rested and more able to devote more time to the channel. Last few months, I haven't had a lot of time to devote to the channel, so it's kind of it hasn't been bad in any way, in my opinion, but I just haven't had the time that I really want to devote to the channel for the last few months. So, but that's about to change here over this next week. And so let me know what would be a good time for you. If you can, let me know what would be a good day for you during the week, and let me know if you're interested at all in a live stream during the week. I don't know, I'm thinking maybe 6 p.m. Eastern time, something like that, around there. That would be 3 p.m. over on the West Coast. So, I don't know, maybe Tuesday and Thursday, or maybe Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, something like that. Thinking about doing something like that, though, adding that to the regular process, the regular things that we're doing now, just adding that on top of what we're doing. So let me know if you're interested in that, doing this a couple more times a week, longer form live stream. So yeah. So I just wanted to throw that out there and get y'all's opinion on that and see what you think, and see if you'd be interested in that. And other than that, if you enjoyed this episode, this live stream, please like, subscribe, and comment. And if you'd like to support the channel by becoming a member, I'll leave that link down in the description, or you can head over to the channel page and become a member that way. And if you have any ideas for future episodes of Gen X Thinks, put those down in the comments, or you can email us, and the email is genxthinks@gmail.com. All right. And I had a great time hanging out with y'all. Who we got here? Zombie, Tripwire, God's Warrior, Electronic Music Underground, Raziel, Julia, AF, Arnis, Jeff 7, Just Another Guy in the Woods, who else we got? Did I say Julia already? Yeah, I think I already said Julia. Arnis, April, Metal Gear Punisher, Real Mindbender. All right, and I want to say goodbye to all of y'all, and if I missed anybody, I apologize, but thank you for showing up and hanging out with me for a couple hours. I really appreciate it. Jennifer Andrews, that I haven't said you yet. But thank you to everyone. If I missed you, I apologize. And thanks for showing up. And we'll do it again next weekend, Saturday morning and Sunday afternoon, same times, and possibly more during the week after that. Maybe later on in in the evening. We'll see how it goes. See what y'all think about that, all right? All right, and I'll leave you there with that. As always, stay frosty, Gen X, and I'll see you on the next one.